So I bought a spur in Deadwood, South Dakota in 2018.
We were literally at Deadwood Slack. It wasn't going well. The horse we had wasn't working great. He was like literally walking around the stands, like asking if anyone knew of any horses for sale. And a guy told him, he was like, yeah, there's actually an older gentleman here in South Dakota that has a head horse. You might want to go look at him. So we're like, okay, cool. So we drive and go try him.
You know, I tried him in a grass arena with 4 steers. He didn't even really feel good that day. I just didn't have a horse at all and pulled the trigger and bought him.
And I remember driving and we were like kind of quiet, like, what did we just do? Did we, should we have bought this horse? Because it was a big purchase for us at the time to buy anything. We take him to Steamboat, all excited to ride him at the first rodeo. He's limping when he comes out the arena. And we're like, no way.
The vet told me he needed 6 months off and that he needed to take a chip out of his ankle. So I thought I bought a piece of junk that was already crippled. I really didn't know. And it turned out to be one of the biggest blessings ever.
Turbo, one of the greatest horses of all time, in my opinion. You know, God has blessed me with some great horses. I've had 3 legendary heel horses in my mind, and Turbo was not one that I would have put in that category when we started out.
We were roping together at that time, and I told him, a good friend of mine, Larry D. Guy, had this little dun horse, and he was green. He was 5 years old, and I said, I know you're not looking for a 5-year-old. He's got special stuff to him, like his timing is so natural that he's gonna be great. I just don't know if you got the time to see it through.
I tried him. They'd only roped the machine on him. I didn't even rope the steers on him. They said that day that he's a little bit cold back. Every time he's saddling, he wants to hump up or buck a little bit. I ended up buying him and brought him home, sent him to Ben Gambrel for a year, and this horse bucked every single day for the next 5 years. Every single time he saddled.
The horse bucked with Patrick. I mean, he was a little bronky, but he would never buck unless he could smell fear and smell something.
Fast forward, he got better quicker than they planned. He got to take him to the NFR. That's the year he got to jump on him. He wasn't even planning on riding him at the NFR. It was one of those years where things kept crumbling, but we didn't see it at the time, like they were falling into place. It was kind of the only thing he had to ride. And I remember driving to the NFR that year, and he was like, I do not know. I don't know this horse very well. I don't know what he's going to do. He hasn't been to many rodeos. And I was like, for some reason, I have like peace about it. He was like, I did too.
In the first round of his first NFR, we were 4 flat and won the round and set the record at the time. Cool thing about that horse is he shines when the lights are on. He doesn't really feel that good, even in the practice pen. But when the money's up, there's something different about that horse that makes him a winner. He just turns around and gives you an opportunity time and time again. And a cool fun fact about that horse is he had NFR first round record in 2018. He had it again in 2021. He had it again in 2024. Shows how good he is when the lights are on. So it was pretty cool to see how that transitioned from where we started to where we are now.
And that Bay Horse, Horse of the Year, because you can win at Reno and you can win at the National Finals. What a run.
After we'd spent a little time with him and Ben rode him for a year, and I started speeding him up on cattle and getting him a little better and a little better. It was actually the wildfire roping at Salado, Texas, the last wildfire that they had, the legendary wildfire roping. And I was riding Amigo, who is also one of the greatest horses ever. And Amigo was getting up in age and had some injuries. And after the very first steer, Amigo limped out the back of the arena. And all I had was Turbo. So I got on him, not real excited about it, but at the same time, if you ask any of the guys that have had great horses, normally this is how they step up to the plate and become great, is when you have to have them. And I stepped on Turbo and ended up winning the roping that day. His early days were nothing like he turned out to be. It was not till he was about 10 years old that it was like a light switch went off. He always had the talent, but he was an absolute bronc. And if you didn't do your due diligence, you were going to get embarrassed when you got on Turbo.
In our event, in the team roping, horses are a huge part of it. If you don't have that horse, and that horse can be different for me than it is for you. You know, it's got to fit your style. And so that's why you can't just go shop for the horse. It has to fit.
A Horse of the Year title is a big deal. And like I said, you don't really realize what the great ones are until you've had a great one and then you go without them. But all of my great years were tied to great horses.
We celebrate the best of the best in our industry. And our top 5 in each event, they are setting on pins and needles to find out who is going to be our of the year recipients.
The Horse of the Year award goes to the top horse that is voted on by the cowboys throughout the year. So only the top 25 cowboys in the world can vote on your horse. So when you nominate it, you know, they get a ballot and that only those guys can vote. And he won reserve a couple years ago, and to win it this year was just the icing on the cake, because I've always thought it was that good. And when your peers vote for him and feel the same way, it's pretty cool.
In the category of Head Horse of the Year for 2024, the winner is Espuela Bro, also known as Spur, ridden by Tyler Wade, owned by Tyler and Jesse Wade.
I don't want to say it meant more than the world title, but that meant a lot to me, the Head Horse of the Year, because the horses mean so much to me. They're what I spend the most time with. Anyway, I get emotional talking about him because he's done so much for us. The horses don't even know, you know? Like, he probably has no idea that he's Head Horse of the Year. So that's why I try to take such good care of him.
T. Wade first got him, he was riding him at the national finals, and I remember thinking what a game changer that horse was for T. Wade at Vegas. Little did we know that he was going to be a game changer for him everywhere. I mean, and that's the secret to winning the Horse of the Year, to be able to impact every aspect of a guy's season, whether it be big outdoor rodeos or little indoor rodeos. Spur was a special horse, and I think Tanner got a little taste of that, you know, because it seemed like every time he got to ride that horse, they had a chance to win, and that's an attribute to a Horse of the Year. That was no mistake.
Those horses don't become great just because of us, you know? Like, they find us, we find them, and it works out. So it's like we may never get that again. So that was really special to me.
For the Heel Horse of the Year in 2024, it goes to Cadabra King, also known as Turbo, ridden by Patrick Smith, owned by Patrick and Christy Smith.
And I was fortunate enough to be riding Turbo, who's the best heel horse in the world at this time. And so there was never a question to me, what am I going to ride? How's he going to perform?
Turbo is 3-time Horse of the Year, and I did ride him once this summer. And when it got down time to the finals, like, obviously I knew the horse well. I've ridden him several times. I thought he was awesome in that setup. So
some of those great horses have literally made our career and changed our lives. And having a horse like that one, and you know, we're always looking for the next one, but when you get one that good, that's that special, I mean, it literally changes not only everything for me, but for my family. So those things are like family to us. I think that it's an opportunity that we've dreamt of, and we know that the stars align for us pretty well. We both have faith in each other and how good we rope together. And then we also have a lot of faith in our practice sessions, our work ethic, and our horsepower. Knowing that we had 2 of the best horses to ever be in the Tomlinson Mac, it gave me the faith that I needed, like, hey, it's all on me now. I got the team behind me. Let's pull this deal off.
2024, second to last out. Dustin and Levi had a great year, great season. They came in season leaders, and like, their run is very intimidating. I mean, when they catch, it's just so hard, if not impossible, to beat. If you get caught up playing somebody else's game, it affects what you're good at and your strengths. So it's like, we knew that we would be going before them every night, but we've got to stick to our game plan, what works for us.
Let's see if the world champs can put a little pressure on those guys that are coming in number 1.
You can bet Tyler Wade's going to be trying. He's out, got on him. Wes leans it up. New leader. 3-7. That's how you answer that question, Butch.
We went out there with that game plan, with the run we worked on, and it went perfect round 1. Like, drew middle of the road steer, made a great smooth run. It was fast. The horses were perfect. Angles were perfect. 3-7, won the round. Then the fastest round is the record of round 1. That was cool. Like, No, because you're always wondering round one, what have I worked, if what I've worked on is good enough? Have I prepared good enough? Because like I said, that arena is very tough. It's as tough as it gets. So you're always wondering, can I hang?
Reigning world champions, and they won round one last night. Tyler Wade, Wesley Thorp. These guys are a freight train right now.
Boy, they made it look easy last night. T-Ray's late. What a dog! They're going to win 2 rounds. What they're going to do? 3-7 again.
Oh, my.
I tell you, Tyler Wade has got ice water in his veins.
Round 2, drew the strongest steer in the herd. It was probably the best run I've ever made this day. Maybe we were on the strongest steer in the herd and like blasted him. I mean, Tyler threw his whole row. I got to the end of it, threw as fast as I could. We finished great, won round 2. It's like, dang, like we came in towards the top of the standings, win the first 2 rounds, like this is it right here, you know, like this feels awesome. But you also know, like, can't get too high because one steer could take you the other way too.
All right, here comes Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorp, trying to win 3 straight to kick off the NFR.
Yeah, and they're in such good shape for a world championship. You want to win that round, but you don't want to make that mistake and just take a bad throw because these guys are on a roll. He's out. He took a bad.
Wow.
Woo!
Tyler Wade, Wesley Thorp, they won the first 2 rounds, missed last night. You kind of said it really wasn't all of Tyler's fault.
No, here we go. Oh, that one was.
That one was.
I'm going to go on. I'm not going to let that one on. If you miss one like that, you can get on the next one. You can't do that same thing.
And the highs and lows of the National Finals Rodeo. You win the first 2 rounds, no times the next 2.
You know, after round 2, we had a $60,000 lead, and we give it all right back. The guys that were 2nd, 3rd, 4th in the world, they win the round. It kind of felt like I give it away, but this was also that chance to go get it back. And missing those 2 solidified the fact that we were done in the average, and it was all about go rounds from here on out, which made it less pressure in some aspects because it took the thinking out of it, but it made it more pressure because these next 6 years are more important than ever.
You're got a reigning world champions. No. Now we were talking, Butch and I were talking beforehand, these guys have a piece of the NFR record here, 3-3.
Right now, they got a piece this go around, too. I mean, fast. 3-6.
3-6. Yeah, that's the fastest time that we have seen so far at this year's National Finals Rodeo.
Well, we go to round 5 and we draw one of the best steers. I didn't throw a very good head loop. I had not been covering the left horn, so I went to do a little more and kind of messed up too, but it skipped on him. Wesley heeled him fast and we were 3-6. We won the round. I mean, it was cool to kind of like, all right, we're back in this thing. We got a real shot at it.
And here comes Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorp. These guys have been ridiculous. They're back. They're 9th in the average, but they've won $111,000. They've won 3 rounds and trying to repeat as world champions.
That's how you do it.
Maybe 4 rounds.
Maybe 4 rounds.
Oh!
For sure. 36.
Man, that's like going with the arena record. That is crazy.
This world championship race and this team roping is not going to be over until it's over because these guys are just showing the heart of a lion every run.
You're trying to beat the top 15 in the world on steers that are not easy to catch, so when you draw one of the worst ones, you don't expect to win the round. We come out, I threw a Hail Mary, Wesley held him fast, we were 3-6. And what I thought would have won the round actually won second, but I didn't care. It was over 25 grand, and it put us a $60,000 lead again coming into round 7.
Man, Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorp, they won $134,000, 1 round 1, 1 round 2, 1 round 5. Man, they have been so good. They're 9th in the average, so they're 1 spot out of the money.
Yeah, and if they keep winning, they'll move up. Oh, T-Wade.
Going into round 7, I miss again. That lead where in round 6 we were like, hey, we just catch a couple more, it's game over. 3 steers left, I would say a $40,000 lead. We still got a shot.
We're 4 steers away from the end of it, and like we were 1 good run away from almost sewing the whole thing up. So like now we're back on cloud 9. Like, hey, all it takes is 1 more good one. We got it sewed up pretty much. I mean, made it very hard for them to reach. Well, then it doesn't go our way.
All right, T-Wade and Wesley Thorp.
I'm not saying. No, it's not.
They've been either, feast or famine. Tonight it is. It could be feast again. Nope, had to take an extra swing.
Oh, that's
got away from him.
And then the next round doesn't go our way. So then we're backed in a corner to where round 9 and 10, we have to do good again.
We draw what was another one of the worst steers there. He was huge. One of the best guys at the NFR had already missed him. I hated this steer. I was real worried about catching him, and I caught him, did a terrible job handling him. He was huge, hard to pull, and I didn't have much arena to work with, and it was my fault, but that's why Wesley missed in the 8th round. I don't know how to say it, but it was a big deal to figure out how we were going to go from there, and now we added a lot of pressure on ourselves with only 2 steers left to pull the still off.
The title, Wade and Wesley Thorp, they're buried. No average check for them, but they've won 134,000 over the first 8 rounds.
They're going to win more tonight. And it takes a swing over it. Got too much, cost him 2. When he took that extra swing, it made T-Wade get in the water.
Yeah.
So we go to round 9, and we drew a steer that they had been 3 in previously. That was really good, not very fast. I threw a good loop, turned him. He didn't set up as fast, just to be as fast. I think we were like 4.5, 4.6, somewhere in there. Luckily, the round was a little bit softer, and it let us place.
The way we were in the standings, we get to go dead last. Like, we're leading the standings, but we had a disadvantage because we're so low in the average. So there's a lot of teams that are right on our tail or not too far behind that, you know, if they win a $30,000 round and add what they could win in the average, I mean, that's a huge jump. And then they were all the teams that were contenders were good in the average. I mean, they were 1, 2, 3, 4 pretty much in the average. So it's like all these scenarios, they might be 60,000 behind us or 70,000 behind, but they're here in the average, and then they have a shot at a go round. So it's like there's so many things that could happen.
There was 2 different nights where we were 60,000 ahead. I didn't sleep that night thinking about how good it was going to be. And then when we lose those chances, I don't sleep that night either going, I might have just give up this world championship right here.
Leading up to it, we knew we had a great steer. Like I said, there's tons of scenarios, ways it could fall, and watching it, we're in the tunnel and we're talking back and forth because they're all going in front of us, and it's going a lot of ways. I mean, there's a good run here. This guy misses. This guy blasts one, and he's great in the average, and we're like, man, like that puts pressure on us, you know. And then this happens, and then the team that was winning the average misses, so that moves this team that was good in the average up, and they did get in the round. So it's like we're literally trying to figure out, do we got to win second? Do we got to win third? Is it fourth? You know, because it's at some point it was like we might just need a catch or a 6th place win, and the round wasn't that tough. Then the round got tougher. Might need a 5th place win. Well, then the right team won. They moved up in the average, and they're getting the round. So we're going to need a 4th place finish. So it's like we're talking as we're about to ride in the box about these scenarios, but we knew we had a good steer. And then when we came out there, we're like, our run will be good enough. This is the best steer we've had the whole time. And we've been fast enough multiple times. Like, let's stick to our game plan, make our run, we'll win it.
We ride in the box, take a couple deep breaths. I'm like, hey, focus, catch the cow, don't change anything. We make the run on a great steer. 3.7 or 3.8. We win second in the round. I look over and I can hear the crowd in the background, but like it's silence as far as I'm concerned. Like I'm still thinking, I'm still worried about the barrier, worried about the flagger. I check the flagger. And Wesley's celebrating. I check the barrier. Wesley's still celebrating. I'm like, are we good? Are we good? I don't know. I was just excited. We run out and high-fived each other, and that made the cover of the Team Rope and Journal magazine. That was kind of cool.
We knew it came together like awesome. And like there's no feeling better because like you work towards that not only the whole year, like your whole life. Like you want to, like you roped the dummy as a little kid, acting like your heroes that you looked up and watched, and to be there and then to do it, like it's the coolest feeling in the world. Like you went through the highs and lows together. After it's over, they give you your buck when you're in the tunnel. Like you remember the time in the middle of the year where you're like, is this even worth it? Like, I want to go home. I'll trade anything to be in the spot I'm in. But you're like, man, I gotta ride it out. Gotta stick through it. It's gonna get better. And like that's what you remember when it works out. Like that's the cool part is you remember you didn't want to put in the effort, or it didn't feel like it was worth it. And that moment hits you, and it's like, man, every bit of it is worth it.
Yeah, we got the Horse of the Year, 2 gold buckles back to back. It's humbling to know how many people it took to get there. From the friends that give you a ride or the people that support you, I mean, in and out of the arena, the sponsors, the sacrifices that so many people made. And when you think about it in that aspect, you're like, man, there's a lot of people that have done a lot of things for me to get to that point. I would say it was more humbling then because you knew what it took to get there, and you would have never got there by yourself.
A back-to-back world champ, it's one of the hardest things to do in sports, period. I mean, it's almost like a curse. Don't talk about it. You know, because I mean, number one, there's a bullseye on your back. You just won the world championship. They're trying to knock you off, even though you all start at 0 in rodeo, and you have to start at ground zero and start again, and hope you have the same kind of regular season. And then once you are lucky enough to get that done again, then you have to have a great national finals rodeo, and that's just as hard as the regular season, if not harder, to make sure that lightning strikes twice somewhere like that. So it doesn't surprise me, both Wesley and T-Way. I've said it before, they really look comfortable, and it looks like they enjoy doing what they do. They don't let the stress of any of the outside factors affect them, and I think that's where they have had an edge on people, is the way they approach it and with the attitude that they approach stuff with.
You won the world and we're going home. What now?
We get home at 9:30. We fire saddle horses. Run these geldings out. Go round all the limbs up. You can start practicing like it is. That's all I really know what to do.
Bury me, carry me, far beneath, fire and water me, going down deep, sing, bury me, carry me, far beneath, fire and water me, watching me think everything free, yeah. Everything free. Down to the river, yeah. Down to the river.